It's the end of 2023. Welcome guys to my channel. My name is Mage and Happy New Year to all of you all. I hope that you have had a successful 2022, and if you didn't, I hope you're looking to turn it around in 2023. And I'm certain looking to turn it around and keep on growing in 2023. So I am here today to talk about the goals that I have set moving forward for 2023, and this includes my business and my personal life as well. So if you're interested in some growth, make sure you just sit around and kick it for a little bit, and let's talk about what we're doing differently in 2023. So the biggest thing for me when I'm trying to set my goals is to focus on one goal at a time, so I don't get too overwhelmed and feel too defeated. And when I have too many things going on and I feel like, hey, I'm not getting any of it completed. So, for me, I just have to, just take one goal at a time, achieve that, go on to the next one. That way you just building some type of momentum and you don't feel like you're not accomplishing anything. For me, I have about 10 personal goals that I am looking to accomplish and work on throughout the year that I have written down, and that I am going to go back to throughout the year and just make sure that I am following through to my words, and that is why I'm making this vlog, so I can make sure that I stay true to those words as well. Number one thing for me right now is that I want to get more of a balanced diet going on. I am terrible with keeping up with 3 meals a day. Like I always skip breakfast. I always skip lunch and just eat one big meal for dinner, and that's just terrible. I know, guys. So I am looking to change that and eat at least 3 meals a day if possible. So I actually started buying, like I went out and bought a bunch of cereal and fruits and things just to make breakfast, so I can at least start with eating breakfast and then work my way with trying to get lunch and things like that. But yeah, I want to make sure that I am eating a balanced diet. I want to be more proactive with trying to plan for events and making sure that the people in my life feel a little bit more appreciated. I want to be more creative and purposeful with what I do and how it comes out, so I'm just doesn't look like I'm just throwing things out there. I want to make sure that it's valuable to people, and it's going to be entertaining to people, and people are actually going to find it somewhat useful. I have to limit some of my expenses. I don't know about y'all, but like the dog that I got, my Doberman, he's expensive, man. So I gotta limit some of those expenses and allocate some of those resources to him for right now as he's growing, because he eats a lot. But yeah, man, dog's expensive. I'll make another video on that, on how much I spent on this dog, cause crazy. Be able to communicate more when I have an issue with something and just speak up right there on the spot. Usually I'm not a man of trying to go back and forth with people. I'm just like, you got it, like, it is what it is. So, but I want to work better and just like, speaking up a little bit more and just making my voice feel a little bit more heard. Getting this channel to 1,000 subscribers. So if you finding any of this valuable or helping you set any of your goals, make sure you help me by liking and subscribing to this channel, and let me know what type of goals you're setting as well. I had this goal from last year, but if my foot holds up, run the marathon. That just really just depends on me. My foot holds up. If it doesn't, I don't know, but I'm gonna keep running anyway, right? I want to travel more with my wife and just go to different destinations, whether it's overseas or around the States. I just want to be able to go on more vacations with her. Learn more Adobe Premiere Pro and or Photoshop as well. That's just a work in progress and something that I'm constantly doing. So I'm definitely love the videography and the Photoshop aspect and the editing aspect of things, but so I'm definitely still learning that, and I want to continue learning that. So that's a big goal of mine, is just keep learning how to edit. The last thing is to always ask myself, do I need this before I buy it? I'm terrible at that. So I'm gonna try to stick to that. It's like, do I need this? Do I need this? And we'll see what happens. So those are some of my personal goals that I have coming up for 2023. As you can see, some of them are a little bit going to be ongoing, and it's a little bit focusing more of my character and self development, outside of measurable goals. So goals don't always have to have a specific, hey, I need 1,000 of this, I need 2,000 of this. You can just, hey, I want to do self development, and I want to work on myself as a goal. So, on the other end of things, I have my business as well. And I'm going to be working on and talking about my printing business to start off with. One of the biggest things that we need right now is to find a pre-press graphic designer slash customer service person that's basically going to be the quarterback for the team, and is going to be the person that everybody's going to be going to figure out when jobs are due, but we need that right now. We need somebody that's going to help us run the shop, because we don't have that right now, and everybody's kind of just relying on the owners. But as been in the business for like 16 years now, in terms of the business running, we need to find that person that's gonna help us go to the next level, because we're not going to be able to go to the next level if we're still going to be bogged down with the smaller things that employees should be handling. And there's no rush on that, because that's just something that we need to absolutely make sure that we have the right person for, because we've gone through a bunch of candidates, and it's just never end up working out. So at this point, it's like we need to make sure that we have somebody that's going to work out before we hire them. But you never know, that's why you always take the risk. But that's one of the biggest things right now, is just hiring. I'm going to attend more networking events, and I told myself that I'm going to start off with just going at least one networking event a week, and see where we can go from there. I'm probably not going to do a week, but it's probably going to be more of a one networking event a month. See where we can go from there. I want to bring in more larger quality leads to the shop, more bigger corporations, and of course that comes in turn with going out to do more networking and shaking more hands, which I have no problem with. It's just, I think ever since COVID, that mentality has changed on networking. But I'm trying to get back into it and get back out there, shake some hands, and try to get some of these bigger clients as well. I want to get more social media sales, and we already started working on this, because we hired a social media manager that's going to help us, stay in tune with Philadelphia, and just help us have more of a presence online, and try to connect more with Philadelphia businesses. I want to increase sales by 10% at the shop. We've had a decent year last year, but we want to take it another step further and do another 10%. And I talked about this a little bit earlier, but definitely I want to work on having better self-development for the business, especially the employees. We want somebody to be a leader in the business outside of ownership, so I want to spend time to really work with somebody, and put them in that position to become a leader, and help grow the business as well. So that is some of my goals that I am looking to accomplish for the printing business. And now I'm going to switch over to the home care business. My biggest thing for the home care business is that I'm trying to switch the clientele for the business. So I'm trying to go from focusing more on government assisted clients to working more with the veterans. So my main goal is to sign at least 2 to 3 veteran clients a month, and I've already started trying to work on that. And I've been working with the VA, the Veterans Hospital, trying to work with some social workers there to see if we can help take care of some of their clients. But it's always a work in progress. So I've started off with 2 to 3 clients. I want to make the business more profitable as well, and that will happen over time with the switch of clientele type. So I'm also trying to grow 10% as well. The business has grown really fast in the past 3 years, but I'm also trying to keep up with the rising cost of wages and the rising cost of insurance as well. So that's also why I'm trying to make that switch and try to make us a little bit more profitable, so I can hire better talent, and also retain them as well. That's it for my 2023 goals. Thank you for sticking around. I'm gonna do some checkups on this. Appreciate you all for checking out the channel, and if you found this helpful in any way, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what are some of your goals that you're trying to achieve for 2023. Happy New Year, and I'll see you all next year. That was corny. I'm out.